Greetings to the collective. Welcome to the Astroflower. This is going to be a reading for the solstice, and this is going to be a general reading as well. We're actually sat on a ley line here, an energy line. It's a female energy line, and we will be getting readings from the earth itself as well. And there will be specials follows up at the end of the week as well, according to how the solstice will be. I'm going to be at this beautiful place. Let me just open up the energy line and connect the future reading here. So there we go. And this is where I will be for the solstice. And look at that lovely Astroflower. Let's just see what's going straight on here. So you get 2 solstices every year. You get 2 equinoxes. Equinoxes is obviously equal. So it's the where you get 12 hours of sunlight and nighttime everywhere across the globe. And solstice is obviously when you get like shorter days come to the end in the northern hemisphere, and the longer days start coming to an end in the southern hemisphere for the winter solstice in the north, summer solstice in the south, etc. So the winter solstice, just a quick thing about this. It's that idea that the sun dies on the 25th, the solstice. It marks the moment where the sun stays stationary for 3 days in the sky in regards to its sunrise, and then it's reborn 3 days later. How's that? I know that story from somewhere. Dies for 3 days, comes back and is reborn 3 days later on the 25th of December. Hey ho. Bit of plagiarism there, I think. But anyway, so yeah, it's like this rebirth, and I talk about it in the Astroflower book. So according to your seasons as individuals, so if you take your birthday, the 3 months before your birthday is the autumn period. From your birthday is the winter period. I look at it as like the birthday of the earth in regards to the northern hemisphere. It is the rebirth of the energy. The energy starts flowing back into the lines in the northern hemisphere. So they double in size. And then in springtime, they grow by a third. And then in summer equinox, summer solstice, they grow by a quarter. So if you've got a 12 pace line, it's going to grow 12 each time. And then it drops right back down to 12 again. So you get this rhythmical fashion here, which we see in the Astroflower here. And just because it's Capricorn season now, so happy birthday all you Capricorns out there. And so this is a Capricorn rhythm here that we sort of depict in the Astroflower books, just to sort of show how your energy flows with the energy of the earth. And it can explain a lot of things about life and about when you may feel more energized over periods of time and when you feel less energized over periods of time. So it affects things, and it's, we change in what we deal with over these periods. So the solstice is a really important part of not only our calendar as a planet, but also as a calendar within ourselves. After that, we have loads of rhythms that come out of that. The 9-month, 18-month, 3 years, 6 years, 12 years and 24 years. And they tend to be repeated sort of 4 times. So we get up to 96 years old, and each section is where, applies to something else. The first 24 years is the apprenticeship years. 24 to 48 is the creation years. 48 to 72 is the wisdom years, where we share our wisdom of our life. And then from 72, you can pretty much do what you like. So, yeah. Placing yourself within these rhythms is really important. And placing yourself within the rhythm of the earth, I think, is incredibly important. So the sun dies for 3 days on the 21st, usually around about that date. It can change slightly one way or another. From the 21st, it's dead for 3 days, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and then on the 25th, it moves by 1 degree towards the south, if you're looking from the northern hemisphere sort of situation, and it is reborn. So it is the celebration of the rebirth. It is the new year, in effect. I was speaking to Tanya earlier on about Christmas and how the family and everything like that. And I was sort of saying I prefer if we celebrated the solstice and we had 3 days of family, 3 days of not really going anywhere, doing anything, where we celebrated, you know, the rebirth of family, friends, lovers or partners, that sort of thing, friends and family, just getting into gatherings for 3 days. It's because I love that sort of thing. So yeah, so there you go. That's the sort of overall feeling behind the solstice. Let me just bring up my map. There we go. There it is there. So here we have the heart chakra in the in St. Michael's Mount in the UK. And then we have the solar plexus, which is down here in Australia. We have the third eye in the throat, which is up on Mount Fuji, which is up this way in Mount Fuji. And then down here we have the crown chakra, which is Mount Kailash. And then in South America we have the root chakra. And these two here play really well together. So we have the root chakra down here, which is down in La Saliada. I think that's what it is in the name of it. It's not. They've got another name for it as well. And you'll find it's the salt lake in Bolivia. I think it's in Bolivia. Yeah, Bolivia in there, which is the root chakra. And then we have the which is down here. And then we have the sacrum, or the sacred, which is Mount Shasta in California. I think it's California. You'll be able to tell me. I'm sure it's California. In Mount Shasta. So I just want to we're on this line here. So if you've got the heart chakra around here, we're just a little bit over here. And obviously you have lines going on all over the place. So let's just connect to that line there. Excellent. There we go. We got the vertical energy going between the crown and the root chakra. There we go. We got the heart chakra coming out. There is the solar plexus chakra. Third eye and throat. And the sacrum. And there we've got the follow through with the crown and the root and back to the beginning. So now we're on this ley line here. Let's just see what the energy is coming through from the earth. She's talking about children. And I don't think she's talking about your children and my children. I think she's talking about us as children. The human race as children. And she's almost sort of saying, it's almost like you've been through the teenage years and we're coming out of that rebellious sort of stage of trying to prove ourselves. And we're showing marks of being grown up, which is nice, but we all still like to, you know, she's still sort of saying, don't forget about being a kid. It's really enjoyable. It should be fun. And she's almost sort of saying, she's almost inviting us to come to the same level as her. And I think this is where she's inviting us to sort of step up our consciousness. So it's our consciousness gets to the same level. So we're all vibrating on the same level. It doesn't mean we'll be all doing the same things. That's nothing at all what to do with it. A tree does not do the same things as your good self. So, but it vibrates at within the same frequency band, as much as any animal does, and anything else within this vicinity of the solar system. You know, there is slight differentiations between each chakra, as we can well see on the earth, and within our good selves. But this is more a case of yeah, it's more a case of she's recognizing that we can consciously engage energetically with the vibration. So the earth as an entity can have that conversation with us as an entity, collective as an individual, and then collectively we have that conversation with the sun and the solar system, and then the solar system and the galaxy. So it's all one flow through conversation, and it starts with a conversation at the earth. You can't just kind of go, I'm going to connect my crown chakra to the cosmos and go and visit the cosmos. It's not how it works. That's almost like going around your neighbour's house and just going in their kitchen fridge and just kind of going, I wanted something to eat, so I came around your house to eat. There is a certain etiquette about life. There is a certain way that energy works, and you've got to respect that. There's no right and wrong. It's just that that's the way it works. And so we go through the earth to the sun to the galaxy, etc., etc., rather than just cutting straight through, because it's missing all the stages in the process. And I think that's really important. We should always remember that. Okay? So I think the message here from the earth is, it's like when you're looking at if you've had children, or if you have children, there is points when they say things that you kind of think they've really become a grown up, or they're no longer a child, they're an adolescent. There's definite phases like everybody, and it's just recognizing that she's recognizing that growing up phase that we're having here. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. Let's just douse a few of these chakras now. Let's see what's going on with the heart chakra here on the earth. There is a lot of, I don't want to say hope because I don't like the word hope. There is a lot of ambition for this changing period. And this changing period is constant, but it does speed up over time and then goes really close. And then when we go through that, it gradually sort of slows down again, and then it goes faster again. So we're coming into this moment in time where it's sort of, and it's pointing to one point, and then when it comes out, it's going to come out really quickly and then start slowing down again. So it's there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of a lot of possibilities. Not possibilities, opportunities at the moment, and they're very optimistic. The heart of the earth is very optimistic about the situation. Okay, so let's just go with the solar plexus now, which is down here in Australia, somewhere around here. There we go. Now this is all to do with our determination. This is our connection between generations as well. This is how children connect to their parents rather than parents connecting to their children. It's just the way it goes. They're going to suck you dry, as it were, in all more ways than one. This is really nice. It's like an energy that sort of says, it's like a 9 of wands, sort of like kind of going, this is the limit. You're not allowed to go any further than that. No, we're not going back that way. We've got to go forward. And it's forceful, but it's very soft in the way it's forcing it. A bit like that knight, that king of wands in a way. So it's giving that courage and that confidence to just go ahead. So that sort of seems like that. Let's just see what's going on the third eye and the throat chakra, which is up here at the moment. Because that's the one that really moves around. Here is a lot of logic. What you see is what you get. So what you see is what you get. What you can say. You can say what you see. There you go. That's what it is. Say what you see. So it's basically sort of saying, let's look at that. That works. Okay, people, this works. this is what the earth is trying to convey to us. Get simple things together that work together. And from that basis, then you can build it. That's what it's sort of saying. Get everybody on the same page and the same mindset. Not mindset. The same page or the same ideals of what we want collectively out of this world. Okay, let's just see what's saying on the sacrum here. This is all to do with our desires, our desires personal, our personal desires, but also our collective desires. It's also that sort of animal instinct aspect, fight and flight sort of thing. It's up here. It's in Mount Shasta. So let's just see. It seems it's like a campfire, or people sitting around the fire, and it's like having the talking stick, or in French they call it the bâton de parole. So it's the stick, the vocal stick, the voice stick. So one person is speaking at a time, and it's like conveying different points of view in a very serene sort of way. I think this has to tie in with the throat and third eye chakra as well, because these chakras here, this is, in fact, the third eye and the throat chakra is one chakra. It's not two different chakras. It's just one chakra that's been folded in on itself, and it works in tandem with the sacrum, basically. So these two here are really working in harmony, and I think the Earth is trying to give us this period between this eclipse and the following eclipse. It's almost as if they're sort of saying, the Earth is sort of saying, we will provide you with logic and the desire to move, to advance, to evolve, to go further in our direction that we're supposed to be going in. That could well be technology and everything like that. It's not a problem. None of that is a problem. Everything comes from this planet, from the Earth. She gives it to us, like the telephone. And at some point, that telephone will be going back to the Earth, like your body. Your body is an amazing instrument, way much better than your telephone, of course. And, at some point, that came from the Earth, and it's going to go back to the Earth. Nothing comes from elsewhere. It all comes from here. She knows what she's doing. Okay? So the crown and the root chakra are the same chakra. So let's just get one thing from the... so this is the crown chakra at Mount Kailash. This is where Shiva lives, apparently. I say apparently, but, I'll leave that up to you. I'm not going to get involved in that. I've got my ideas. Get on well with Shiva. This is good. This is like this is to do with the consciousness, because within your crown chakra, that is where you'll find your consciousness, and it's like the motherboard on a computer in a way. And here they're looking at not fantastical ideas. What they're looking at is kind of going, let's get the simple stuff. Let's get it working. Let's get that evolution going. Let's get that consciousness together. She's and let's see what the root chakra is here. This is really good, because these two are really working together in a way that's fantastic, in the sense that the ideals or the logic or the fantastical aspect, the ideals of it within the crown chakra have to be based upon the limitations of the environment that we live in. So it's working within the confines of the Earth. So, of certain materials that maybe we shouldn't be using and we shouldn't be creating. There's, maybe we should be working more with wood and helping trees to grow more, so then we'd have more wood. And it's a mutual effect of, if you do well, I do well, in fact, sort of scenario. And this is where there is certain parameters of natural laws that we need to respect. And I think everything needs to respect going through that, the whole spectrum of anything from animal life, sea life, to plant life, to the planet itself and the way it creates things, and how the sun has a major effect, has the biggest effect on our climate. You know, we need to recognize that there is certain restrictions or constrictions within the possibilities of us. We're just going to be chasing after illusions and living in virtual reality worlds. That is not what the earth wants. That is the most dangerous and detrimental thing to the earth. She wants us to play with her. She wants us to get involved. Yeah, doesn't necessarily, she's not sort of talking about covering the world in concrete, but at the same time, she understands that she loves her children to be here. And we're just some of her children, you know, as much as plants and animals are. She welcomes everything. So she's really open to all of that sort of thing. So if I just get an overall from the whole sort of energy of the earth there. This is one of those opportunities to be counted, basically. That's what it seems like. Lovely reading. Very nice. I love doing these collective readings. Really do. You're going to have your individual reading for the solstice as well coming out this week. It will be fixed on Monday, mutables on Tuesday, and cardinals on Wednesday. We'll also have the monthlies coming out next week as well. And obviously you got your weeklies fixed on Thursday, mutables on Friday, cardinals on Saturday, and then we do some sort of collective thing on the Sunday. So yeah, there is loads going on with this channel, and we are evolving, and it's becoming much far greater than anything that just tarot reading can offer. Although I do really enjoy tarots as well. In the meantime, the collective, thank you very much for being here. Happy New Year to you, because this is the new year, the solstice as far as I'm concerned. So happy New Year to you, everyone in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy end of summer to all of, or summer period to all you people in the Southern Hemisphere. Enjoy that invigorating energy that's coming from the sun. And there is loads coming from the sun, which we go into on our sister channel, Somatic TV. Probably said too much already. The rest of it is only for me to say, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.